Hello everybody and welcome back to another BeamNG.drive video. Today we're looking at a couple of mods, I guess. But yeah, I don't really know where to start because I've never really done this before. So I'm going to start with the one that's not actually in the game. It's a full-on car mod. I'm just going to remove all vehicles a second. So I'm going to start with the vehicle called Codename Olds Full Size, and I don't really know what that means, but on the mod download page there was like an advert and that made it look like a car magazine and stuff. I realised that there was a code name for a vehicle, I guess, and this is kind of like a top secret thing, I guess, if you want to RP a little bit. I also found this map on BeamNG as standard called the ETK Driver's Experience map, and that sounds like a much better deal for me to go for this instead of the other test map. So yeah, this vehicle right here, there are apparently a lot of variants of it. I can't seem to zoom back in. There we go. So you can download other versions of it, I guess. I think they were saying on the mod page. Didn't really read much of it, so I don't know. And again, I don't really know what you do when you review mods, but I really wanted to just download a couple of cool cars, show you them, and be like, look how cool this is, and maybe, I don't know, maybe we'll give it a little crash test as well. Obviously there's no way you can really do an official crash test on here. Maybe just straight into this wall. Should we just slow down time a little bit? That worked out quite conveniently, actually. So we're going to crash the Olds test, I think it's called. I can't even remember. Codename Olds Full Size, I think it's called. Into this wall right here. And yeah, one thing I always find with these mods is when you crash them, you can still drive them. 9 times out of 10, when you crash a modded car, you can still drive it. I don't know why, but the engine just seems to work fine. And oh geez, I didn't even know there was this much detail. See, even though it's not like inline, you can see right there the alternator and just everything actually just spinning up quite friggin' nicely. That is actually really cool. I didn't realise there was that much detail. You can see the engine isn't really very well textured, and the number plate says Kieran Do instead of Kieran Does Media, but that's because I got a name that's too big to fit on a number plate. It's nothing to do with the car. Anyway, let's quickly just repair this. Wabam. Wabam. We're still stuck in the floor. Are we going to not be stuck in the floor in a second? And it says toggle alley lights. What does that mean? Alley lights, hello? Taxi lights, T. None of that actually works. Brilliant. I guess maybe there's an option. Should we just see if you can modify this at all? So there aren't actually any mods you can do this car. Like, you can't modify it at all. You can't put a different engine in it. You can't put different bumpers. Obviously you can take them off. That's always an option. But yeah, I love the suspension in it. It just says old muscle car. It's freaking awesome. And it skids pretty damn good. Oh, wall tap. There we go. But yeah, there's not much more to say about this car other than it's just cool because it's old. Really, that's the main thing. Oh my god, I want to get around there. That'll be my mission in this game, is at some point just to get around to that track, because I've also never been on this track before. So yeah, let's move on to our next vehicle. Next up we have the Pigeon, the Abishu Pigeon. It's the freewheeler, but this one is electric. As you can tell, it's fucking fast. Like, it's just, oh my god, it's so hard to even slow down. It's stupidly fast, but that's because it's got the electric motor in it, I guess. It's so much faster than the original. I mean, if I was clever enough to create a drag race between the two, then I'd definitely go for it. But this thing is just so quick. Yeah, look. Should we see if it does donuts? It doesn't even have a handbrake. Look, you put the parking brake on, it just slows down. Now, there are actually a couple of different variants of this. So if we look in here, we can see we've got the Ludicrois convertible, deluxe, stock, tow, basic, and sport. Gonna download the import the convertible, and oh my god, this looks so cool. How dangerous would that be to crash though? I really want a convertible freewheeler. Oh Jesus, next car maybe. The thing I find with these Pigeons, and you can see where this has been remade, so if we just compare it to a normal Pigeon, you can see on the normal Pigeon the panels are much smoother, they join together much nicer, but looks like that one has actually been completely remade from scratch maybe, rather than take the modelling of the old one and add it to the new one, and just change the colours, I guess. I don't know why it would be any different, but it just looks, obviously, as you can tell, it looks completely different. The shadows and shading on it, it just tells. tells you that it's more like bubbly, and I don't know if that's on purpose to make it look a bit more futuristic or not, but apart from that, they do look exactly the same. I wouldn't even say that even matters as a difference, but yeah, the acceleration as well, it's actually not got an engine in it, so I don't know how the motor works in this. You can see it's got like a weird, maybe that is the electrical motor. I've never actually myself seen an electric engine, if that makes sense. I don't think like many of my friends have or anything like that. Maybe I should get under the hood of an electric car and just see what's under there. I know there's like most electric cars nowadays have engines and then the motors. I think that's how it works. I don't know, but I'm guessing that's the motor in the middle there, which then joins to the gearbox, which then joins to the rear wheels. That kind of makes sense because that engine there, even in the other one, is so small you can hardly even tell it's there. But yeah, this is awesome. We're gonna probably have to crash this one, just because. We'll crash the convertible though. Oh, we can do donuts in it. That is so cool. But I do definitely need to get... Oh, this thing is so powerful. It's so... Oh my god. I love this so much. This is probably one of my favourite cars. The thing I hate about mod cars is I always end up uninstalling them, just because I start thinking like, oh, I don't really need that in the game or whatever. I just don't like the menu getting too clogged up. But still, yeah, no doubt this will end up getting uninstalled, but it's still cool. There we go. I feel like this is a much better colour. I don't know why I just dig yellow freewheel is. It's probably because the one from that program, I can't remember, Only Fools and Horses. It'd be really cool to get an Only Fools and Horses livery for this. Oh my god, look, water. Oh, is this ice or water? It doesn't make any noise, so you don't actually know. I'm pretty sure that is definitely water, though. That doesn't happen on ice. Okay, let's crash this thing into its buddies, see if I can actually find where the hell they are, and see how it holds up. See if it wants to run after. I'm just going to slow it down a little bit. There we go. Right, going a lot slower than real time here. Oh, it's pretty intact, to be fair. I'm 90% sure this is going to survive this and still be just as fast. As long as we don't... Is that the pop tyre? Is that tyre popped? Oh no, I made a mistake by steering that way. See if we can correct it a little bit. There we go. Look at that. It's like a puppy. I don't know why it reminds me of a freaking puppy dog. Alright, let's speed up time a little bit and just get the brakes on. I mean, this still works fine. That was a pretty damn good crash test as well. Is this ice here maybe? I'm trying to find... Yeah, this is ice. This is definitely ice, isn't it? There we go. Easy to control on the old ice. There we go. This test track is actually really good. I'm going to use this from now on when I test vehicles. Okay, finally we've got another vehicle that's a convertible. Okay, so this is the ETK 800 series. Now, this vehicle is already in the game, the ETK 800 is, but there's definitely not, and I'm starting to doubt myself now, but there's not a convertible version. Basically, this adds a bunch of different versions of it into the game. So as you can see, they're all here. There are so many different variations, and the main one, I think, is only like an estate type design. I think that's how it is. I think this mod has brought in the coupe and the convertible version of it, and they're all very sporty. Now these look just stunning. They look so good. I'm trying to think. Let's spawn in just a normal one. This is what we've got here. Here's what she started as, and to be fair, the texture looks, I don't know if it's just me, but the texture to me looks a lot better maybe. And because this is definitely the same vehicle, they've literally taken the texture and everything, so there's no weird texture glitches, the doors don't look funny, the bonnet looks like it fits right, and it just all looks pretty perfect. Now this definitely reminds me of the BMW 3 Series. It did anyway. It reminded me of the estate version. Obviously the estate version reminded me of the estate version, and that's not this, but this just reminds me of it so much more. So this year I went to watch this thing called Speedway. If you don't know what it is, it's all to do with motorbikes and stuff. And at the very end, and they probably do this in a lot of races, but obviously BMW is a sponsor, and they drive around the track in 3 brand new 3 Series BMWs, convertible, because then they can hang out the top of them. And that's literally what this reminds me of. So, you know, brings back all my good memories. It's such a good mod. It's brought back my whole childhood. Jokes, of course. But yeah, this is another really freaking cool car that I just love it so much. I love all these cars so much. I love the whole game. I'm totally on the BeamNG hype at the moment, which has kind of calmed down. The hype around BeamNG has calmed down quite a lot recently. There was definitely a time when it was one of like the main YouTubed games, I think, anyway, or the main game that YouTubers played. But yeah, I don't really know what else to show you about this car apart from it's freaking fast as hell. There's not a drag track, I don't think, but there is a really cool wall there that we can crash into. Where is it? Yeah, back there. Okay, so we're going to come around this corner. I said that really weird. We're going to come down this corner stupidly fast and smash straight into that wall. Oh, there's a nice little lake there as well. Very scenic. But yeah, this car is proper VIP style to me. I just love it. We're still alive. Nice, that's what we want to see. And actually this track is called the ETK Experience, and this is an ETK, so you know this car is sponsored by this track. This car's allowed to race around it, you know. Okay, so I'm not very good at steering. Looks like we're probably going to go into this wall sideways. Slow down time a lot. Correct the steering. Oh my god, we're literally on like... Can you hear that? That sounds horrible. There we go. We're going to crash this like men. Straight into the side of a wall. Is that like a manly thing to do? I don't know. I mean, maybe it is. Okay, come on. We have to have so much patience to get this here. Let's just speed up time just a little bit. Look at that back wheel. You can see that back wheel there has already bent. That one right there, you see that? It's got like mega positive camber. Here we go. Here we go. And we've made contact. Modern cars seem to be a lot better with crashes, although that just completely hasn't. Drive shafts are broken, the radiator's damaged, the seats are still intact. I mean, as far as it goes for a convertible, that is pretty damn good, I must say. Although they do say that convertibles are super safe in crashes because they're really heavy as well, convertibles, because where they haven't got a roof, they really strengthen them up around the body sort of area. Again, it just helps with the rigidity of the car. Top tip, if you didn't know that already, then now you do, you can thank me later. I'm going to leave this one here. Thank you very much for watching. I'll try and remember to put the link for the mods down below, but they're fairly obvious ones. They are the most recent ones, as per date of this video, on the Beam forums. I've noticed a lot more mods getting put on the forums recently, because there was again a time when I was trying to look a couple of videos ago, probably like in maybe my 10th or 9th BeamNG video I was going to do as a like fully mod one, but there was very little in the forums in terms of compatibility for some reason. But yeah, mods seem to be starting up again. It would be really nice if you could maybe even share this video with people that mod on BeamNG as well. So I have so many suggestions. For a starters, we need an Only Fools and Horses livery made for that Pigeon. So we'll get that one out there as well. I will look into making tracks and stuff because I'm really interested in that. I want to be able to make my own custom tracks because I've downloaded a couple of track mods in the last couple of videos I've done, and I would just love to be able to put a custom map together. I'm probably way too stupid to do it, but always worth a try. But for now, we'll stop the lecture. Thank you very much for watching. If you like the video, hit thumbs up. If you like my videos, go and hit subscribe, and I'll see you in a bit.